welcome back everyone. Loving having your company here at Cruise1st TV. Now, before you watch this show, I want to make sure that you're 100% relaxed, feet up, preferably, if you can, ready to take a moment that is just for you, because we're about to step into a world where everything is taken care of, where your cares and worries just melt away into sheer bliss, where the best of everything for your holiday is just within your reach. A holiday experience that is rich in so many ways that you've yet to discover. My friends, for those of you who want and expect more, let's spend half an hour in heaven, because I want every one of you to feel just like this.
I open my eyes, and the first thing I see is a pink ocean. Everywhere I go, I meet interesting people. Beautiful things go on as far as the eye can see. And the most beautiful stories happen back in my own space. With all that, I think I'm the luckiest guy in the world. At the MSC Yacht Club, the best job in the world is being at your service.
And here to help us turn left and acclimatise to the wonderful warmth of the MSC Yacht Club. Welcome back again, Steve Williams, the UK and Ireland Sales Director for MSC, who is back on the show. We've got you here on a regular basis now. Frequent flyer, Steve, but this is a very, very different experience we're talking now. And it's great to have a whole show just to dedicate to the Yacht Club, because the Yacht Club on MSC is the best of everything and the best of exclusivity all wrapped up into one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's an absolutely wonderful concept, and a concept lots of people don't know about. And it's on 16 of our ships now. So, you know, there's this area tucked away on the front of our ships that people hear about sometimes when they're on the main ship, and it's like this yacht club area. What is it? And they don't really understand it. So it's really good to have a show dedicated to just talk about Yacht Club, what it entails, what the atmosphere is like, and bring it to life a little bit for
Yeah, it's very
viewers.
true, actually. You do hear those words when you're walking around and wandering around, and you hear people talking about Yacht Club, and you just think, hang on a second,
Yeah.
I've not even seen a sign for that. You know, what's that all about? So it is really a ship within a ship, isn't it? So you can enjoy everything there is on the ship itself and get involved in absolutely everything. But you have your own little sheer bliss escape as well.
Absolutely.
So tell me more.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. We call it a ship within a ship. So it's for guests that love all the big facilities of a large ship that, you know, of course, we have in our various classes. So you don't want to compromise maybe on the entertainment or the choice of dining options or the water parks for families and things, which when you go down to a smaller size ship, you will compromise on those things because you just don't have the size and scale. So on our Fantasia class forward, the Meraviglia class, the World class, the Seaside class, we have this area at the front of the ship, and it's exactly that. And really from the moment you embark in the cruise terminal, all your kind of stresses and everything go away. So yes, some of these ships are large. They take 5,000–6,000 passengers. But within the Yacht Club, straight away you go to a separate check-in area. There's a nice blue carpet that you walk up. You go to a dedicated check-in area. You get a glass of something cold, fizzy, while you're checking in. There's snacks and things while you wait, and then your butler will escort you separately onto the ship, whisk past everybody, and you're straight up into this private yacht club area.
So the name Yacht Club is very deliberate, because actually this is giving you your feeling of almost having your own yacht charter, but within the excitement, the space, the expanse and the choice of the MSC ship itself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, when you board, if you're on a Virtuoso, for example, you'll walk down the Galleria with your butler en route to the Yacht Club. Then you get in the lift, you'll come up to deck 16, out you pop, and there's your double glass doors and your sea pass, which will give you access to the Yacht Club area. In you go, and then you'll go into, initially you go into the top sail lounge, which is a beautiful area. All of our yacht clubs are at the front of the ship. firstly.
So best views, I'm guessing.
Absolutely best views on
Yeah.
the ship. So it's generally, depending on the class, a 3-4 deck area, all with floor-to-ceiling glass looking out to sea. So your initial moment will be walking through, looking out the front of the ship in the topsail lounge, which is your exclusive bar area, lovely, comfortable lounge area, which is for exclusive use of yacht club guests. And in there, it's free flow drinks. Part of being in the yacht club, you get your premium all-inclusive drink package always, and you can use that throughout the ship. So not just within the yacht club area. So, you know, you would go in there, escorted by your butler, greeted by a nice cold glass of champagne.
Lovely.
And that's the first thing you'll do when you board the ship. You know, your luggage is obviously whisked off, and then your butler will take you down to your suite at the given time and show you around your suite. The suites, again, spread over 3-4 areas in that private closed-off area at the front of the ship. Various categories of suites, which we'll probably talk about a little bit later.
Yeah.
And then, you know, your holiday commences. Up you can go, and you've got a private, dedicated pool, sunbathing area for yacht club guests. So you have a swimming pool up there, you have hot tubs, there's an outdoor bar area, there's an alfresco grill where you can have your lunch, where you pick your steaks or your fresh tuna or your salads. So typically, you know, if a guest embarks, they'd go in, have their drink, see the suite, and up they'd go and start sunbathing and drinking.
And this is the kind of experience that so many people want to have, isn't it? And actually, this is a really lovely, and I don't ever want to call this a compromise, but to have that level of luxury, to have that turn left feeling,
Yes.
you know, the turning left on the plane thing, which, you know, is wonderful to do, and the service that comes with that, and the extras that come with that. Of course, you pay more for it and you get a lot more for it, which is great. But combining that with being able to get involved with absolutely everything that is going on this ship, so you still feel like you're having a very vibrant, a very connected holiday, and going to these wonderful places, of course.
Absolutely.
But you've just got that little extra level of...
It's, I mean, look, I've been fortunate. I've cruised Yacht Club many times.
Yeah.
I love big ships. You know, I am a kind of big ship traveller. I like the choice, the variety, but I like to be able to relax and kind of switch back and really chill. And I find that's what Yacht Club offers. It's this haven of tranquility, but you can go out and have a party and have some fun as well. You know, it's a really special area, and I think what I'd really like to get across, it's not what's the word? It's not snobby.
No,
it's not. It's comfortable and it's quite refined. Yeah, it's like you're home from home, you know. So it's just. Obviously, there's a high level of staff to passenger ratio, so the service is absolutely excellent up there.
Yeah.
You get to know all the crew within that yacht club area, be it at the grill, in the restaurant. It has its own dedicated restaurant for breakfast, lunch, dinner. They do afternoon tea up there, so you really get to know the crew. And you know, depending on the size of the ship, you're talking 150 packs or so within that area spread across the different...
Which is amazing. So, you know, even though the ship holds many thousands of people, it isn't many thousands of people who are part of the yacht club. It is a very, very exclusive feel, which is fantastic. So let's start diving in to some wonderful offers where you can turn left and enjoy the yacht club. Just give you a couple of examples. So we've got an all-inclusive no-fly gems of Northern Europe, and we're going to base this on a yacht club balcony offer. It's a 7-night holiday, goes on the 2nd of February, but there are other dates from as soon as October, actually. So if you like the look of what you're seeing right now, you can be going in the next few weeks, right the way through until April of next year. And you'll join the brand new MSC Euribia in Southampton. Euribia is really something I know that MSC are very, very proud of. Steve.
Yeah, so she's our newest ship. She launched in Copenhagen just this June. the last in our Meraviglia class, and quite a few enhancements, which I think I talked about on the last show.
Yeah.
But she's going to be a fabulous ship in Southampton for the winter, in that the Carousel Lounge has been transformed into this new all-day, all-evening venue. In the evening, we have a 22-piece large, big Vegas show band in there. But in the day, it's got comfortable seating, it's got a fireplace, it's got pool tables. So it's a totally reimagined area from what our guests may have seen on Virtuosa, that it is open all day. It's a wonderful ship and great for winter cruising out of Southampton, because a lot of what goes on is inside.
I'm guessing it predominantly, I mean, we're looking at some of the kids' facilities on the ship here, but I'm guessing in the yacht club it's a bit of an adults-only escape, is it really?
Yes, it is. I mean, that's not to say we don't not take children, we do.
Yeah.
And you do see children in there, and we cater really well for them. You don't get the proportion of children that you would probably see out in the wider ship.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you want to take your children in there, you absolutely can, and they'll be really well catered for and well looked after.
Oh, they'll love it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and when we're talking prices and things, there are lots of inclusions within the yacht club.
Yes.
Things that if you're down the regular part of the ship, you would need to pay for.
Yeah.
So when you're talking the price that you have on this, it includes your Wi-Fi. You get a number of devices per passenger. Talk about you get your premium all-inclusive drinks. You get that priority embarkation debark. You know,
and you also have a butler service available as well, which actually, you know, you might think, okay, well, I don't have that at home. That would be rather nice. But they can help you with things like, what's the best shore excursion to take?
Exactly. They can recommend shopping tips. They can take you down to the theatre if you want to be taken to the theatre. There's private reserve yacht club seating within the different venues. They'll make spa reservations for you.
Well, they'll make recommendations for you as well. You might think, okay, I do fancy a spa treatment, but actually I've not really done a lot of that kind of thing. You know, what's the kind of best thing for me? They'll make recommendations.
Yeah, and I mean, I cruised yacht club in the Caribbean, and we were at Ocean Key, our private island. There's a light show. Our butler was like, hey, we'll do cocktails and canapes in your cabin out on the balcony so you can see the light show.
Wow.
And we'd met this other couple, I invited them over. They did that at no charge to us.
Incredible. Let's have a quick look through the itinerary then on this particular offer on Euribia then. Really nice little getaway. Perfect time to get away just for a few days as well, isn't it? For a nice little week going out to Hamburg, Rotterdam in Holland, Zeebrugge in Belgium, for Bruges, of course. Go and enjoy the chocolates and just a wonderful scenery. Good time of year to go to this part of the world as well, considering how hot it's been during the peak season. This year, for instance, you know, heat waves and everything.
No, it is.
That's a nice time to explore, isn't it?
It's really nice. You know, I always think with cities, and that's a very city-rich itinerary, you don't want it too hot. You know, you don't want to be traipsing around in 30, 35 degrees. Yeah, I've done all of those cities, actually, and they're fantastic. Hamburg's great, Bruges is beautiful, you know, wandering around the old town and the chocolate shops. And so actually, a winter cruise there is a perfect time of year to do it.
Yeah, it is. And this is to and from Southampton as well, so you can pick up a nice lot of goodies while you are around and about as well. So we're looking at this offer in a yacht club suite with a balcony, which is the ultimate of the ultimate. And it is just wonderful. It is paying that enhanced fee, but getting so much for that, having a completely carefree week of cruising with just so much included in that offer as well. So let's show you the price tag, because the price tag actually, considering what you are getting, considering what you are enjoying as well. It's not about what you're getting for your money. It's about those things that actually the marketing can't tell you. It's about the warmth. It's about the effortlessness. It's about the fact that everything is there for you. It's the fact that you can enjoy all of this fantastic ship, but then you go back to your yacht club suite with its fabulous balcony as well, and you enjoy the private restaurant, the private deck, and actually with a very, very small gathering of people. And you will also meet the most fascinating people as well, because with an environment like the yacht club, and Steve, I'm sure you'll agree with me here, with the kind of environment that you have, the kind of people that sail in the yacht club are the most fascinating people.
Well, they are. I mean, I'm in there.
Absolutely. You meet Steve, that's your holiday mate.
No, I mean, you really do. And I think because, you know, you're on there for a week, you've got your 150 or so guests, you really get to know one another.
Yes.
So there's quite a lot of mingling, be it in the evening, you know, drinks before dinner, after dinner. They have a piano player and a singer in there as well.
Let's have
so
another
there's
look.
some entertainment. You do meet some very interesting people.
Oh, honestly, and that's the great thing, because actually people do like the very, very best of their holiday experiences, and people will spend tens of thousands of pounds having someone tailor a week's holiday in a particular part of the world.
Yeah.
And this is that same kind of experience, but actually you're visiting multiple places, you're having all of these choices. So it's not necessarily about saying, okay, here's the price tag and here's what's included. This is about taking you away. It's a complete escape, isn't it?
It is. It's just really relaxing.
Yeah.
You know, I take my mum with us sometimes, and she doesn't leave the yacht club.
Yeah.
She doesn't leave it. And we're kind of like, right, we want to go out to the big ship, we want to go out, and,
Yeah.
you know, she's like, do I have to?
Yeah.
She just doesn't want to
I'm
leave.
happy to
her
stay
little-
here. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
just so chilled, so relaxed.
Do you know what? I can completely and utterly get that, because once you step into a world like this, and it is about the vibe, it's about the atmosphere, it's
Yeah.
about the feeling, it's about the comfort, it's about the pace, and it does become very intoxicating, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it
And you
is.
think, I don't normally relax like this at home. This is truly, I can switch off.
And everything about it, it's, you know, out by the pool, you've got great big comfy sunbeds with big cushions on. Within the suites in the yacht club area, the bedding is all enhanced. So
Yes.
it's really fine Egyptian cotton. There's pillow menus. You've got your espresso machine in the suite. You know, you're just so chilled and relaxed and comfortable.
Just everything is there.
It really is.
That's
beautiful.
That's the most amazing thing. And listen, we want you to enjoy this as well. Actually, if you've never really ventured into this kind of territory in the cruise arena, can I say I absolutely, highly recommend it, because you will come back and you will do it again and again and again. It is incredible. It is about the people you meet. It's about the feeling. It's about the atmosphere. It is about everything. And it's really strange, because this programme, Steve and I talking about it, we've both seen it. It can't convey the feeling that you have when you're on board. Let's look at another one of the itineraries as well. This is another 7-night itinerary on the yacht club, and this is to the Norwegian fjords. So it's what we call close to home cruising. It's such a popular choice as well, because the fjords of Norway are just so beautiful. So let's show you an off of the 11th of May, but there are other dates as well. So there's another date in May, the 18th. And also there's a couple of dates in August as well, 24th and 31st of August. Out of Southampton, we've talked about MSC Virtuosa a heck of a lot. A lot of you watching right now, we're preaching to the converted. You've been on board, you've had a 3-nighter, you've had a 7-nighter, you've had a couple of weeks on board. Maybe you did one of the staycation cruises way back when she, you know, first launched. Everyone loves Virtuosa. Well, the fact we talked on the last show you were here with us, Steve, the fact that she's going to be back next summer in the UK, and that will be 4 years running, kind of speaks for itself about the popularity of this ship.
She is. She's so popular. And actually, looking at a fjords itinerary, there is no better place to be on this ship
than the front. The yacht club, yeah.
In the yacht club.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so I don't know. If it was a little bit chillier, you sit in the topsail lounge, literally floor to ceiling, double level glass. The view from the yacht club there is spectacular.
Yeah, so it's not even, and sometimes when you walk around a deck, like the barrier will come up to your waist, so you still feel the breeze and everything else.
Yeah.
But up in the yacht club.
And then you go up above to the pool deck where the hot tubs, and you've got a bar up there again, hot, sunny, hopefully, which the fjords have been great this year for weather.
Yeah, May's not a bad time to go up
you
as
know,
well, isn't
just
it?
laying out there as you're sailing in and out of the fjords. There is no better place to be on that ship than in the yacht club.
And if you are treating yourself, or indeed treating, you know, a family member, maybe you as a family, you're all clubbing together and looking for that golden thing to buy mum and dad for their 30th wedding anniversary, 40th wedding anniversary, whatever it may be, you're celebrating something big, then the yacht club really, I mean, I'll warn you now, once bitten, forever smitten, but Yeah.
It's very much that.
But that's the same as going on a plane and turning left, isn't it?
Totally.
Once you've done that.
Once you've gone that way, you don't want to go that way.
That's the expectation.
And that is the problem. Once you experience Yacht Club, you don't want to go any other way.
And that's why, I mean, I think actually what we really want to convey in this show as well is that this is not about price. This is not about us saying, look, here's a deal, here's a deal, here's a deal. What we're saying is, do you want more? Do you want the ultimate? And do you want to still enjoy everything of everything a cruise ship has to offer? All the camaraderie, all the activities, all the theatre shows and everything else.
Yeah, you want to go out and have a party, you go out and have a party still.
But do you want to come back to the penthouse?
Absolutely.
That's what we're saying, isn't it?
Absolutely. And then obviously within the Yacht Club, there are many levels of categories of suites.
Yes, let's talk about that.
So, you know, we have, and for people that want to try it, we have interior, so there are a few interior suites there.
In the Yacht Club?
Within the Yacht Club.
Okay, right.
And then, of course, you have your balcony suites.
Yes, which is what we're talking about on this.
And then you can go through a number of levels. We've got duplex suites, which are split over 2 levels with a staircase. Fabulous. We've got suites with hot tubs on the terraces.
Okay.
And then you can go right up to your royal suites and penthouses, which are just fabulous. Fabulous. So within that Yacht Club, there are a number of categories that you can go up to. So
okay, so we're talking Yacht Club with balcony for this one. Quick look at the itinerary there. Sorry, we almost forgot where we were going here. So we're popping up to the Norwegian fjords via the Shetland Islands as well. Beautiful, beautiful places. And of course, as Steve says, when you're part of the Yacht Club, you are always in the best vantage points to see where you're going and heading through the fjords as well.
I mean, just that picture there, you know, sailing down through those, because that's literally what you do is sail down through those incredible fjords.
It is, and it's like that all the way. It's beautiful. Let's look at our price tag for this one then. So this is for the 11th of May, but there are other dates that we can talk to you about, and there are other grades of Yacht Club suites we can talk to you about. We're talking about a Yacht Club suite with a balcony, which we'll dip into a little bit more in just a moment. But there is your price tag for this offer. It is honestly, it is incredible. It's really, really good. We can put a deposit down of just £100 each today to get that confirmed as well, by the way. And if you want to know any more, I mean, Steve and I are talking for half an hour about the Yacht Club and nothing else, but we can only still scratch the surface in half an hour, and we can get a lot of words per minute, me and Steve, but we're still scratching the surface here. So if you want to know more, 0800 953 4700. Steve, I want to, because we've got a few minutes, and I want to talk about the suites we're talking about in our show here for the offers we've shown you are a Yacht Club suite with balcony. Yeah. So let's paint the picture for people of what to expect in that suite.
Yeah, so anyone's used to obviously a balcony cabin. Everything within the suite, within the Yacht Club is elevated. So the actual, the soft furnishings, the decor, sort of beautiful muted tones, very, very comfortable. You, of course, get your mini bar, which is included. So again, that's another extra from the main ship where you would pay for things like the mini bar. Yeah. You've got your Nespresso machine, beautiful marbled bathroom. You get your toweling robes, your slippers. Everything is elevated and more comfortable. So you see a noticeable difference from a balcony cabin in the ship, which, don't get me wrong, are absolutely beautiful and they're lovely.
And I'm making the assumption here as well that the balcony is going to be a little bit more.
Yeah, they're lovely. Yeah, absolutely lovely. And I say it's across these 3-4 decks at the front. So you know where you are. You're in the great position. You're just actually down from the bridge. So when you often look down the side of the ship and you can see the bridge come out, that is just where the Yacht Club is there. So no. Absolutely beautiful. Obviously, your butler comes down every day, cares to you, cares to your stateroom. You know, you want your tea, coffee, your room service within the stateroom. You can have it. You can have dinner in there.
Yeah, so that's another thing as well, isn't it? Is that you can enjoy, you know, a lazy late lunch if you want to, your
dining,
breakfast,
breakfast,
and even dinner of an evening. If you're thinking, you know what, I can't even muster up the energy to get dressed to go to any of the restaurants,
send it down.
Then you have it brought to you.
And the service in there, it's very intuitive. I think the butlers are really good. Now, some people like being fussed over. Some people don't.
Yeah.
And I don't know, us Brits, we're a bit, I don't know, on the whole, we like nice service.
We do, but we also like people who provide service to almost be mind readers.
Yes,
you know, how we're feeling
exactly.
today. And I'm guessing that there is going to be very intuitive
They are
service.
really, really intuitive. It's they get to know very quickly what you like, what you drink. They spot if your drink's empty. You know, they love to chat, and I'm actually really good friends with some of the yacht club partners now because they become your friends.
Yes, and I guess you get to learn a lot about them as well.
Yeah.
You know, because they are fascinating people. They've been recruited from these wonderful establishments around the world.
And you really get to know them over the period of the cruise. And because there are less guests, they have time to chat.
Yeah.
There isn't that, we're busy, we're serving, which, you know, in the wider ship, it is a bigger, busier environment.
Well, again, we're talking about an exclusive, you know, it's an exclusive part of the ship. So you're talking about a very, very much smaller number.
Yeah.
What was the number again? We were talking approximately.
It depends on the ship, but 150, 160, 170.
Which compared to what might be 4,000, 5,000 people on the ship.
And, you know, you could look at an ultra-luxury line with 1,000 guests on.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is a very small number of guests within that environment. And, you know, I say, think that ship within a ship, because you could almost be on a separate ship within that bigger ship.
Yes.
And I say, some people don't leave.
Because once you're there, it is like that complete escape.
Yeah.
So, for instance, and again, and I know this is something that, you know, is important to a lot of people who are making this kind of choice. If you still want to get involved in all of the deck parties, if you want to be raving and dancing until 3 a.m, that's fine. You can do that.
I'm out there doing it. I'm out there doing it.
I know. Steve is your perfect litmus test for the yacht club, because you like to be involved in the party.
I do.
But also then you like to...
I love what I love is and because obviously it's a smaller area, you go from your suite, you're in the restaurant within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get up, you go and have your a la carte breakfast. You're seeing your lovely waiters that you see every day. You know, it's just, you're not walking, I don't know, 10 minutes to the buffet to grab your bed. It's all just there, and it's easy and it's comfortable.
Steve, we needed an hour.
We needed an hour. Time.
I knew it. We knew we needed an hour. Just to let you know that there are many, many other itineraries, of course, as you know, because a majority of the MSC fleet have the yacht club on board. So we have wonderful offers across the Mediterranean, the Caribbean as well, and many. Listen, talk to our team, because if you're interested in the concept, then we'll just find you the right offer for the part of the world you want to be in and the time of year you want to go away as well. Steve, I have to ask you, when are you next stepping into the yacht club?
Next week on Virtuosa, actually.
There you go. You see, once bitten, forever smitten. Steve, thank you as always. You're going to have to come back again, I'm sorry. And it will be soon as well. It's always great to have Steve here. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please do call the team 0800 953 4700. And I tell you what, once you have been in the yacht club once, you will be going back again and again and again. And I hope you come back and do it with us as well. Thanks so much for your company. Thanks to Steve as well. See you back here soon.